Hey guys, it's Melvin7 here, and today I'm bringing you my Premier League predictions match day 5. So let's get straight into this. So the first game is very big, to be honest. It's Everton versus Chelsea. Now, Chelsea have an injury blow in the form of Thibaut Courtois. He's out for about 2 to 3 months. He's got to get knee surgery, I think. But they've got adequate replacement in Asmir Begovic. Though they've sold Czech, they've still got an amazing backup goalkeeper, so it shouldn't prove too much of an issue. What will is if Ivanovic plays, because God knows what the hell's happened to his form, but he seems to be a shadow of his former self. Terry also needs to book his ideas up in defence a little bit, I suppose, because he's lost a bit of that form that he got last year, but I think that they'll be fine, to be honest, defensively. Everton pose a lot of threats. I think Lukaku will score. It'll be a close game, but I think Chelsea will edge this. They cannot drop any more points because I think they're only on 5, aren't they? Something like that. And obviously as the champions, you know, you want to be getting as many points as you can early on, putting on the pressure, showing that you're going to retain that title. So yeah, I reckon it's going to be 2-1 to Chelsea, but it'll be a very close game, and Everton could get points off them. They've been very good in their last couple of games. Arsenal versus Stoke is the next game. Now, this is going to be a very intriguing one. Arsenal getting a narrow 1-0 victory over Newcastle. It was a bit unlucky, to be honest, and if they were down to 10 men for the majority of the game, they probably could have got a draw, Newcastle. Stoke, on the other hand, lost 1-0 to West Brom. Shaqiri's debut, you know, they were a little bit unlucky, to be honest, but West Brom took the chance and they won. This one's a hard one to predict because Arsenal again need the win. They really do early in this season, I know, but still they really want this win. It's at the Emirates, so you would expect Arsenal to win, but Stoke are a really dangerous team. They're great defensively most of the time, and they've also got a lethal forward line now with Shaqiri, Bojan, Arnautovic. They've got Afellay, you know, so many unreal options. I reckon this is going to be another 2-1 victory. It'll be to Arsenal, but it'll be very, very close. Next game, we got Palace going up against Man City. Now, this could be a hurdle in Manchester City's insane start to the Premier League. I don't think it will be, but Palace are a team that you cannot underestimate, all right? Pardew's done a wonderful job, and I think they'll put up a good fight, but City will eventually win. Whether De Bruyne starts, that'll be an intriguing thing. I don't think Otamendi's got his work permit, or I could be wrong, so maybe he starts, but I think because they haven't conceded yet, Kompany and Mangala will play, even if Otamendi is fit. Man City just have ridiculous options, and I don't think they've got any injuries of note, so I fully expect them to win 3-1, but Palace, don't underestimate them. They could get a point, but I think City will win. Next game, we've got Norwich versus Bournemouth. Both sides promoted. The first promoted face-off, I think. So it'll be intriguing. I've liked what I've seen from both clubs, to be honest. I really have. And I think both have a great chance of surviving. Last game, Norwich didn't exactly do well, though. They lost 3-0 to Southampton. Bournemouth, on the other hand, a 1-1 draw to high-flying Leicester, who've been amazing. So I reckon this is going to be a very close, tight encounter. Callum Wilson seems to be doing really well for Bournemouth already. You know, they'd kick a hat-trick. He's making the Premier League look as easy as the Championship at the minute. Can he keep it up? We'll have to wait and see. I reckon it'll be 2-2. Next game, we've got Watford going up against Swansea. Swansea obviously beating Manchester United for the 3rd time in a row in the league. I'm not happy, but that's what happened. I admire Gary Monk, and I think he's the Jurgen Klopp of English football. He spends very little and builds an amazing team, and that's what Swansea are, to be honest, especially since they only got promoted a couple of years ago. Well, 3, 4, was it? Could be wrong there, but I think it was. Watford, on the other hand, lost 2-0 to Man City. No real shame in that, to be honest, especially since Man City are doing so well. So, yeah, this will be a very interesting game again. I think Swansea will edge it, though, but Watford will pose a challenge, especially at home. 2-1 Swansea is my prediction. Next game, we've got West Brom going up against Southampton. Now, this is a really intriguing matchup, to be honest. I think Southampton, you know, will feel that they can beat teams again. Like, they'll get a lot of confidence from that 3-0 win they had in their last game. So they'll have a lot of confidence and belief in themselves. West Brom won their game against Stoke, so it's going to be an interesting game. I reckon it could be a draw, but I'm going to go with Southampton. I reckon they'll edge it 1-0. In the next game, we'll leave that until last because it's Man United versus Liverpool. So the next game is Sunderland versus Spurs. Sunderland finally, you know, they're starting to look as though they can pose a threat and they're not just going to go down with a whimper. 2-2 against Villa, a very good and entertaining draw. Spurs, on the other hand, a 0-0 draw to Everton. They really, really need a win. I'm talking about Arsenal and Chelsea needing a win. Spurs desperately need a win. Harry Kane getting a goal for England, you know, getting that confidence up. It shows that he can finish. Didn't he get two, actually? He got one against San Marino, didn't he? I can't remember, but anyway, I think he did. So it shows, it'll give him some belief that he still can score. He just needs to get off the mark, and I think he'll be high-flying this season again. And I reckon Sunderland is the perfect team to do that. Although they've been better, I still expect them to lose, and I'm going to say 3-1 to Spurs. The next game we got Leicester going up against Villa. Now Leicester getting a draw against Everton, but they were high-flying and they still are, to be honest. And they're not a team to be underestimated. Neither are Villa, to be honest. 2-2 draw against Sunderland, but they pose a threat up front, and I reckon this will be a very attacking game. I reckon it'll be high-scoring, 2-2 draw. Next game, we've got West Ham going up against Newcastle. Another evenly matched thing you would say on paper. In terms of where the teams will finish, I think West Ham will finish a few places ahead of Newcastle. But at the minute, this seems fairly even. Newcastle playing well against Man United and Arsenal. Now they need to show they can do that against a lesser team, not one of the top six, showing that they can attack and not just defend. West Ham, on the other hand, kind of need to do the same because they did well against Liverpool. Did well, that's an understatement. They did very, very well against Liverpool, and they also did very well against Arsenal, but again have struggled against what you would call lesser teams. So this one's going to be a really intriguing match. I think it'll end a draw, to be honest. I really do. I think it'll be a 1-1 draw. I can't predict it. I'm going to have to say draw because it's just hard to predict. Either or could win, and I'm going to say 1-1. And the final game, we've got Manchester United going up against Liverpool. As always, for every Man United game, I do a match preview, so if you want to see that, it's on my channel. I think I uploaded it 2 days ago. But anyway, I predicted 3-1 to Manchester United, or 2-1, I can't remember. I predicted a win. I think I said 2-1, actually. I think it'll be very close. But I think because David De Gea has now signed the contract, actually, I'm going to say 3-1. That'll really inspire our defence, all right? Because our defence has actually been very good. Just a few errors. And I think with David De Gea in there, it'll be very interesting to see if Shaw, Darmian and Smalling can keep up their performances tied in with De Gea playing very, very well. Blind hopefully can do well as well, so that'll hopefully show that our defence is actually quite good. Well, there's just one missing piece in my opinion, as I said in my match preview, but yeah, Benteke is going to be a massive threat. Coutinho's a massive loss for Liverpool though, since he's ineligible, and Rooney might actually be injured, so Martial might start up front. Now, I'd be interested to see that one, like, what a way to get your debut. But yeah, I'm going to predict 3-1 in that. Let me know what you think about any of my predictions, of course. And sorry, this is kind of late. I always do it on the Saturday. I plan to do it earlier in the week, but it always comes out late. I do apologise, and by the time this video's out, I'll be in university. I'll have my new flat, and I'll probably do a tour of that soon enough, maybe for 10k subs, since I'm not too far away from that. So hopefully you have enjoyed, and yeah, peace.